Hello, all you knife nuts. This is Omar back again with yet another discontinued Kershaw classic. This time we're looking at the R.J. Martin design Kershaw Zing and Kershaw Groove. Both these knives, I believe they were released right around 2002, I believe. 2002, 2003. They were designed by R.J. Martin. R.J. Martin is still with Kershaw and ZT. As a matter of fact, we're all kind of anticipating the new, I believe the new ZT from R.J. Martin. I believe it's called the 609. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But these are the two Kershaw classics that I have that he designed. And they are really something. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and let's just discuss some of the features of these particular knives. If the camera is a little shaky, once again, I do apologize. I'm currently working on that. I'm trying to find a couple of options to help me do these demonstrations so that we could keep everybody from throwing up. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. I'm going to move the camera kind of slowly. As you know, I'm doing this freehand, so I don't want to make anyone sick. This one right here, this is called the Kershaw Zing. And we're going to take a look at this one. These are both manual folders. Okay. Get a shot of the pocket clip on that. These are really beautifully designed. Manual folders, Sandvik steel, 14C, 28N. Let's get a shot at the writing on it. There it is. Model number for the Kershaw Zing, 1735. Model number for the Kershaw Groove, 1730, in case any of you guys are looking to get that knife. I hate to say this, but good luck to you, because these are very difficult to find now. Actually, they're not. I want to make that clear. Anyone that's looking to start a Kershaw discontinued collection, you can still get some of these knives. But it might be incomplete. It might be without the box, paperwork, whatever. Maybe in the wrong box. It might be used. It could possibly be what's called a blem, which is a knife that did not quite pass production standards. So, you know, think about that if you're looking to collect. So let's get back to the knives. The handle texture on this knife is called Zytel back then. One thing I got to say about these knives is these are super, super smooth. You don't necessarily equate, in my opinion, I don't think you necessarily equate fit, finish, you know, quality and tolerance on these knives. But if they actually have it, that's close to the level of a really good high-end level knife. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. One thing I want to mention also on this discontinued knife is take a look at the thumb studs. Once again, they are elevated, or I guess kind of angled, I guess, because there's no flipper. So they wanted to give you a guaranteed way of opening it. Well, I'm sorry, there is a flipper. But if you wanted to use the thumb studs, they wanted to give you the ability to do that with ease on the thumb studs. So you just kind of, whoop, missed it there. You kind of just put your thumb there and you push up. It's one of those where the thumb studs where you push up instead of, you know, taking your thumb and jutting it out like that. You basically just push up on it. So, and it's a very predominant flipper. Like I said, it's a manual knife. This thing opens very smoothly. It is a washer knife. I don't know if it's, I'm not quite sure if it's phosphor bronze washers or anything. I think maybe they're just regular washers. But this is a very, very smooth knife on that. I don't normally do this on knives, but centering on this, yeah, it could be a hair over to the right. I'm not sure, but it looks like it might be. But, you know, again, it's discontinued knife, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm not using it. And one thing you want to take a look at that makes this knife called the Kershaw groove is the actual grooves on the knife. Look at that. Grooves are beautiful. Look at that. I've never seen a knife like that that had grooves on them. I mean, this would make for like an an incredibly expensive cheese knife. Can you imagine you're like at some party and you pull this out and it's a cheese knife? Well, that's not what it's for, but you know, it looks like it could be because you can almost guarantee that if you cut cheese with this knife, it's not going to stick to the knife. So let's take a look at another shot of the other knife. This is now the Kershaw Groove, 1730. Like I said, R.J. Martin is my favorite designer. A lot of his designs, even today, even with the brand new ZT 609, I think it's a 609. I gotta check on that. The ZT 609, his designs are very classic, kind of curvy, smooth lines on it. Not a lot of flash, but the flash is there. That's why I like his stuff. It's almost like you don't notice the flash, but the flash is there. In other words, the way the knife looks. Again, you got the grooves on them. Now they re-released this knife 2 years later without the grooves on them. And if I'm not mistaken, they turned them into spring-assisted knives because that's what Kershaw was into, or they were trying to promote a couple of years after. And then this knife just kind of simply, you know, it went away. Like all discontinued knives, they just go away. You don't see them anymore in the stores. That's what we mean, by the way. I never define that, but that's what we mean by a discontinued knife. It's no longer selling in stores, and it is no longer selling on the website. That would be considered a discontinued knife. However, it is still available in the secondary marketplaces like Amazon and eBay and Blade forums as the years go by. The knife will still pop up in other places, but it's no longer a knife that is selling in stores and currently in production. So let's take a look at this knife real quickly. This one has the 3 rivets on it. Unlike the Kershaw Zing, which is Zytel, this is actually G10 on the, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's G10 overlay on that. Very, very grippy, kind of a sandy texture. Again, the flipper is very predominant. And on this knife, there's no thumb studs. Take a look at that. Very super smooth. This knife could almost be, if it wasn't Sandvik steel, it could almost be considered a high-quality knife. I could see this knife in ZT putting this one out. It's just so incredibly smooth. Again, a washer knife. I mean, look at this. This is what's a budget folder, and look, it falls shut. It's crazy. Centering on this one is dead perfect. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful on that. The 3 rivets. Pocket clip. I never do the pocket clips. I apologize for that. Let's get in there. It's a pocket clip right there. Tip up, tip down on both sides of the knife. I'm sorry, on just the back side of the knife. It's tip up, tip down. On you can't do it on the other side. Over the G10 overlay. But if you notice the G10, it kind of stops at about here to accommodate for the pocket clip. And yet on the other side, the G10 overlay covers the entire knife. So it's got the nice finger groove right in the middle for your to put your finger right there. Gives it a real nice, comfortable grip. I mean, feels fantastic to me just to hold it there. It's got jimping on the right there on the finger choil over there. So that makes it look fantastic. It's also got good jimping for like reverse grip. A lot of the knives have reverse grip, but people don't bother with them. But that's what that's for. You can do good jabbing or stabbing if you needed to open up a box that way. Hopefully that's all you're gonna do with it. So let's give another quick look shot at both these, the Kershaw Zing and the Kershaw Zing 1735 and the Kershaw Groove 1730. And like I said, these are not official reviews as so much as a historic look back at what Kershaw used to do. Once again, guys, questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll be back again with knife discussion and another Kershaw Discontinued. This time, I'm going to be doing each of the knives one by one. I did them at a pair on these videos strictly because let's get a shot of the box here. Strictly because they're twin knives. This is what I call my twin knife collection. That's when they usually did a big version of the knife and then a small version of the knife. So, all right. So this is Omar signing off once again. If you like my video, please subscribe down below. I'd love to hear from you on any comments. If you're currently looking for any knives, any of these knives, you can find them on eBay and blade forums, possibly. And that's probably going to be like another video subject, how to collect these things and, keep on top. So, all right, guys. Omar, the Knife Shark. Until next time with another discontinued knife. Happy collecting, everybody. Over and out.